everyone, it's Louise with louisemckayart, and welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here because I'm trying something a little different with my coasters for a change. And I just realized that yesterday when I was doing a swipe on a CD for a clock, is that I think I've one time done a swipe on a coaster tile for a coaster creation. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to do a swipe. And this is not something I normally do, so it's a little bit different for me. So what I've got going on here, I've got normal paints, normal bloom paints with my pouring medium. And in this case, my pouring medium, actually, let me start with this. This is my pillow, which is the first paint I go down with. It's 6011N. I'm gonna lay it down, I'm gonna stretch it out. This is a little different than how I normally pour my blooms. And honestly speaking, this is a little bit more tedious process than a regular bloom, I've learned. So I might not be doing this a whole lot because, I do a lot of these. I can't make my time, I can't spend more time on this. I need to be more efficient about everything. Especially when it came to like to those ornaments last month. Really finding a more efficient way was so important because I had so many to get through. I mean, it was hard. It was hard. Okay, so that's my pillow, just laying it straight down. Normally on my coasters, I just lay it down and then I stretch it out after I've bloomed. But this time I'm doing it a little bit differently. All right, now my pouring medium, what I used for this is this normal pouring medium for my bloom. In this case, it's my Valspar 833124 at a ratio of 3 parts of Valspar to 1 part MinWax semi-gloss varnish. I have a video 140, where I show how I make this. Only in that video, I'm using a Glidden paint, which I think is 6413N. It's a comparable paint to the Valspar, although I've been using Valspar for about 1.5 years now, and I really like the way that works. But either one is good. But it's video 140 if you want to see how I mix my pouring medium. All right, let's lay down some color. This is a combination of TLP, Galaxy, and Lamp Black by Amsterdam. And I will say that this technique does take much more paint than the normal bloom. It just takes more paint. So it's longer and takes more paint. So I'm not sure how many times I'll be doing this. So let's stretch this out a little bit. I kind of got off center. Okay, so that was the black. I'm going to drizzle down a little bit of gold here. This is my gold combination, 24 karat gold by DecoArt and Golden's iridescent gold. But I'm going to come back to the gold as well. 2 bumps of gold. This is my silver, it's iridescent silver. By Golden. My combination of TLP Zeus. With Golden's quinacridone Nicolazzo Gold. And then back to the gold. And then I've got my American Floetrol Cell Activator. and it's video 141 if you want to see how I make it. I'm going to put that on my palette knife, and I'm going to run the palette knife just straight on a slight angle, maybe about 20 degrees, as I run it across one way, come back the other way, and then come back the other way. Okay, so it's video 141, how I make American Floetrol Cell Activator. If you want to see it, I will link it above. I've had lots of great feedback about it, and I know it works great. Let me go this way first. I'm going to go from this side to that side. Here we go. All right. Okay. I learned my lesson from the previous two. On the previous two, I was swiping in a little bit of an arch up and then an arch back, and then I scooped down and arched up again. As I scooped down, well, you can see a little bit right there. What I was getting before was pillow paint showing up. I don't want pillow paint to show up. So this time I controlled my swipe better. All right, let's give it a spin. It's not quite centered. Let's center this up. Much better. Everything else applies the same as a normal bloom coaster. I'm hoping where that white is in the middle, I will get cells. But yeah, this is a good practice, good way to practice swiping and using and holding your palette knife tool so you get the feel of it. Then you go larger. I will be swiping on another creation later today. But I'm not going to be using a palette knife. I'm going to use my usual plexiglass, not plexiglass, my acetates. Let's see if I can get this to cell up a little bit here. As I stretch it, it should help me out. Because the more your creation stretches, the paints spread, and then the cell activator spreads out as well, and then hopefully the colors underneath push in. All right, I really need to get this to go out that direction. I don't feel like I'm off center, and I need to be off center to get this. Oh, it's actually stretching. Here we go. Yeah, I definitely learned on this how to get the swipe to be completely covered and not leave any pillow paint underneath. And that's half the battle with this fluid art, is creating something, seeing what you did, seeing what you like, seeing what works and what doesn't for you, and then deciding what you're going to do next. There's definitely a level of troubleshooting and evaluation for improvement in all of this. I mean, there really isn't everything in life, but if anything, that's enhanced here for sure. Otherwise, you just do the same thing over and over and over again. All right, so I've got a couple white spots. Now, I've mentioned this in prior videos, but the white spots are caused by the pillow paint primarily, especially if it's white. If it's a white spot, it's the pillow paint underneath that's burping up. And I don't see any bubbles in there, but sometimes you get some air bubbles. So what you do, you probably could see that, so I'm going to enhance this. I'll zoom in. You just kiss the white spot and pull up, and it goes away. There's a bubble ready to go, so I'm just going to pop it. Boop. All right, my metal's a little anemic. So here's another thing you can do to extract your air bubbles so you don't wake up the next morning and all of a sudden you've got a bunch of white spots. If you take your creation and you just carefully jounce it down, it'll shake up the paint and help anything that was on its way up get up, just like a burp. Oh, I got a lot of air bubbles coming up here. I wonder why. All right. It's like the cells, there's cells under there. They're just kind of veiled over. It's very interesting. I'd rather have them be predominant cells, but they're not. I'm going to give it one more spin to get this side off a little bit more, and then I'm going to call it done. And we're at 12 minutes. So yeah, this is a little bit longer technique. It takes a little more paint. It's a little bit more involved. Definitely got all the paint off. So here it is. So everyone, that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And if you're new here and got this far, please consider subscribing, hitting the bell on all. And as always, I do appreciate people's comments and a thumbs up. It always helps the algorithm for YouTube, and it helps my channel grow. At the end of this video, I will link my playlist for other coaster creations so you can see other color combinations and other styles. And just a reminder to check my description for links to some of the products I use and other information. And all of my creations are up for sale, so if there's anything you're interested in, please let me know. I also want to share with you guys that you've probably already noticed that I have backed off on the frequency in which I put out my short videos, and I'll probably be doing the same thing for the longer videos for a lot of different reasons. We'll see how it goes, but I just wanted to let you know about what the expectations might be going forward. So that's all I have for now, everybody. Take care. Till next time.